What's up guys, Loki here and welcome to Sakhal, DayZ's brand new map from the Frostline DLC. And in this video I'm going to be showing some tips and tricks on how you can survive the early game on a vanilla server, as in my opinion it is probably the hardest part, the first sort of hour into the game of having to try and loot, fulfill your hunger, your thirst, and to stay warm. It really is not that easy, so hopefully this video will help some of you out in the early game, and if it does, please do remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, really does mean a lot to me. And so with that out of the way guys, let's get straight into it. Okay guys, so when you spawn in, and this is based off of an official vanilla server, you're going to start with a knife. This one's pristine. I'm doing this off of the DayZ editor again, but it will be badly damaged. You'll have a bandage and a chem light. So my advice first off is you're going to spawn somewhere around the northwestern to the northeastern coast of the map. Now I'll leave a link in the description below again for Eyes of Vives. Sakhal is on there, so be sure to check it out if you need help knowing where you are. All of these villages and towns have signs, so you should be able to pinpoint where you are. Now with the first sort of 5-10 minutes I'd spend having a look around. You might find yourself some extra stuff because your knife's not going to last very long. Okay, so one of the first things we're going to look at is the fishing rod. It's one of the first things I try to get because getting food early on is very important. So what you need to do is you're going to need one long stick, one short stick, and you're going to need some rope. So you want to try and find some clothing around, and if you can get yourself 2 stacks of 6 and combine them together, we'll be able to craft a rope to make the improvised fishing rod. So now we have the rope. You're just going to grab the stick, the long stick, combine these two together, and it's going to give us the improvised fishing rod. What we can then do with the short stick to our left, we can actually make wooden hooks. Okay, so all you got to do again is combine the knife. It's going to give us 2 wooden hooks. Now you can fish without worms, does take a little bit longer, so again you can, decide whether you want to or not, and I'll just show you here. Without any worms we can just go start fishing. Now there's 2 types of fish I believe you can get, a steelhead and a pollock. Now what you're waiting for is once this circle, you'll see like a splash in the water. As soon as you see it, let go of the button that you use to cast the rod out, like so. And we have ourselves a steelhead. Now one of the other things you're going to want to do is craft yourself some hand wraps. They act as gloves, because when you cut the fish up it's going to give you bloody hands. Now obviously you can wash them in the sea, you can also wash them in the snow, but hand wraps also give you a little bit of extra warmth. It's nothing crazy, but it certainly does help. Now with the steelheads you get caviar, which you can eat straight away, and it's going to give you 2 pieces of fillet, which again to me this early game is extremely important. So yeah, that's the fishing side of things. I'll just show you here. We can just eat this caviar, and at least this way we'll have some food. Now we'll move on to the next one. Okay guys, another helpful trick for some of you that don't know is if you get some guts and you combine it with a knife, it will make a rope. Now, the way to get guts is either through cutting up players or animals that you find around the map, but this will give you rope. The other thing I want to show you as well is with the bones, which you'll also get from cutting up animals or other players, is you can just put them in your hand and you can craft yourself a bone knife. Knives are very important early on in the game, and having these will help you along. So yeah, hopefully that one helps you guys too, and we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so this one we're going to look at the rope belt and crafting the fire up as well. So again, this one really helps. All you need is the rope, and you can make yourself a rope belt for which you can put your knife in, and it will save you a little bit of inventory space. Certainly helps early on anyway. Then the next one we're going to do is we're going to grab some of these. We're going to grab the bark. So you can get the sticks, long sticks from these bushes. You can get the bark from all of the trees. Fairly easy to do. Then you're going to want to come into a house preferably. And then you can just place the stick in there. The bark's going to be bugged, which is great. And then to make a fire hand drill kit, sorry, you just need one small stick, one bark. It's a one-time use. This way you can make your fire, get yourself warm, and then you can use this cooking place to cook your fish. Use these if you can, because this will help with your thirst. And then you're going to be waiting down here to watch the plus symbols. Now, you can get up to 3 plus symbols, but first part of the game, you're going to get 1 plus a faint second one. As you get better clothing, then you're going to be able to get your 3 buff symbols. And so that's the fire. And with that, we will move on to the next one. Okay, so this one is about finding the springs. Now, you can't just eat the snow. It will give you heavy metal poisoning, even if you boil it. So avoid doing that to start with. I did make a video on the briefcase in the bunker, so I'll leave the link in the description if you want to go check that one out. Inside the briefcase, you will get a water filter bottle where you can just fill it up with snow, drink it straight away, and you won't get the heavy metal poisoning. So what you want to do in all of these, well, most of these towns around the map where you start, is you want to look out for this track. These tracks will lead you to a spring. And the spring is the only place that you can safely drink water before you get hold of the filtered water bottle. So all you're going to do is just follow these tracks. Some of them are a bit further than others. And this is what you're going to be looking out for. Is this spring here? And we can just drink. So basically, guys, that's pretty much it. In terms of the early game survival, it's spawning in, getting yourself a fishing rod, catching some fish, getting a fire going, eating, finding a well, and just generally looting around. Can be frustrating. Each time you die, it is a rinse and repeat type of thing, but this should help you survive a little bit longer. It's what I do. I spawn in, I do a little bit of looting for 5-10 minutes, and then it's fishing rod, fish, fire, and trying to find some form of water source. If you don't find a water source, get as much fish as you can, cook it, don't smoke it, and then eat it, and it will give you some of your thirst meter going up, which will help as you progress. Anyway, guys, I hope this video has helped. Like I said earlier on, if it has helped you, do please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else you'd like to see, any other sort of tips and tricks that you would like to know about, and I will try and help you out where I can. Anyway, guys, I'll leave it here. Thanks for being here today. Hope you all have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you soon. But for now, Loki